Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment explains it. Yo, man, the response to the first video of Panther's Prey was substantial. So I'm gonna go ahead and push on in to issue number 2. Let y'all know ahead of time. Issue number 2, my review on issue number 2 might run a wee bit longer because it's going to be a tad bit more educational and entertaining. Hence, what I do. So, before we get off into it, let me do what I need to do so I can do what I want to do. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D Real page so that when new material comes out, you get it. If you're digging what a brother shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Why? Because edutainment. What I do. This comic book starts off with a bang, man. They ain't wasting no time. This book is roughly about 48 pages long, so it's twice the size of a normal comic book. Let's get active, okay? Last time we left you, Solomon Prey was planning to creep up and get T'Challa because he had his lightning lancers. That's those guys on the Pteranodons chasing after Kantu to get him. Never found out why. Kantu won't say why. But here we go. Issue 2. Panther's Prey. Let's get it. And out of nowhere, T'Challa's chilling in the jungle and Solomon Prey runs up on him and introduces himself. And with a slash to the chest. But T'Challa ain't one to just take blows unwarranted and gives back as good as he gets. And this guy comes and goes airborne. And not only does he go airborne, he disappears. He has something called crypt optics that makes one think he's where he isn't. I think that's the best way to describe it. He turns invisible, moves, then turns visible. I guess that's the best way to describe it. And even when he is visible, the spatial awareness is off. There's a good way to describe it. And he does it again. And T'Challa thinks getting up in the air and getting to the high branches is where he needs to be. Meanwhile, talking and asking, trying to distract this guy. But the guy's like, I'm not finna honor all these questions. We here to fight. He has a strategy. He knows what he wants to do. Not a good look for T'Challa. Oh, and he swings with those claws, and it says they go over the ridges and nerve fibers of his spinal column. Ouch. That looks painful. I told y'all, this is going to be one bloody sexy comic. Bloody sexy? Yeah, bloody sexy. And educational. I did say educational. So now he's wide open. He's got 3 big gaping slashes in the side of his head, and a bunch of his hair has been removed. Could you fight through that? T'Challa can, even though those crypt optics have his spatial awareness off and he's diving where he thinks prey is. Light has to hit the eyes, and what those crypt optics do is bend the light, make T'Challa think Solomon Prey is where he isn't. That is a very distracting power. And as you can see, swing and a miss, falls to the ground. Optical tricks. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And on top of that, Solomon Prey brought the lightning lancers along with him. See, he ain't taking no chances. He making sure he win this. That's basically what he tells T'Challa. All right, would you take a chance if you knew this was the situation? And T'Challa, being outnumbered but never outgunned, picks up a tree trunk, I guess that's the best way you can describe that, and busts my man in the face with it and knocks the Pteranodon. Pteranodons must be clumsy unless they're in the air. And you can see he broke out his teeth because they got him talking funny. And he's talking funny about shooting T'Challa. But T'Challa ain't going to give him a chance because he's getting ready to kick him in the face. And my man say, anywhere but in my mouth. And T'Challa like, it's too late for that. We fighting. I'm kicking you in the mouth. And in comes Solomon with the save for his boy. He gets on another Pteranodon. Pieces T'Challa up some more. Punks him down. Knocks him into the swamp. Man, you know T'Challa going to have to get some get back on this cat. He left T'Challa in the swamp looking stupid. Educational time. Are we ready? Let's read. And this is, and you need to bear in mind the story is being told out of sequence. Some things are happening before other things. Some things are happening after other things. Bear that in mind. Here he is with an application of the heart-shaped herb. T'Challa was 19 when he first underwent the sacred Panther rituals. The heart-shaped herbs were an important part of the ceremony, and herbs so rare, so delicate. Mendinau, remember Mendinau, the herbalist, cultivated the heart-shaped herb in some secret region on the many ridges of the Great Plateau. And Mendinau has since taught that to others, and that would be silly because if Mendinau died, then nobody would know how to mix up the heart-shaped herb. Equally important, Mendinau was the only one who could combine the ingredients for the melange prepared for the annual ceremony. Words. Listen to words. It was a fabulous, solemn, yet loving ritual. What T'Challa recalled most from his initial anointment, another word, as the strong scent of mint and eucalyptus rising from the syrupy poultice. The pulpy liquid was hot, but did not burn his religious attire and flesh. What T'Challa wears is religious attire. Simply seemed to absorb it. In those days, there were no medical or scientific espousals as to how the herbal poultices worked. They did. That was enough. The first time he dared leap from high branches, braving the green leafy abyss, his pulse raced with joy of springing outward into the air, gliding, landing like the great cat, and truly feeling as one with its spirit. So what did we learn, kids? T'Challa was 19 the first time the heart-shaped herb was applied to him in a ritual. How often is the heart-shaped herb poultice applied? Annually. See that? You learn two things. Mendinau, the only herbalist at this point who knew how to mix the poultices up so that they could be applied to both the body and the habit. Okay? So when anybody asks you, is the heart-shaped herb ingested or applied? And also, this version of the application of the heart-shaped herb is backed in other mediums. Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. There is an episode where T'Challa explains to Hawkeye that the mixture is applied to the skin, not ingested. So, that's another one the movie version took liberties with. And he's off to the doctor to get stitches. Ew. Whew. Goodness gracious. Oh, man. I have had to put sutures on people. You want the anesthesia. Trust me, if he's taking those many stitches, wow, yeah. So never mind invulnerability, resilience. I give him a 9. Period. And now that he's back out chilling and healing and taking care of business, look who showed up. Taku and Venomm, along with someone named Clifford Scott, and Wakabi is present also. Security. They are security. I really don't know what Venomm is. I don't know what Horatio is. Well, I know what his relationship is, but I don't know what his official capacity is. He hanging out, being security too, helping security. Yeah, let's call it that. And T'Challa is caught up in thought. T'Challa can't keep his mind out of mind. Okay. There was a reason he's not with Monica anymore, because his people didn't approve of Monica. And rather than follow his heart, T'Challa did what his people wanted him to do. Not a good choice, T. Not a good choice. And Taku is telling him about a potential spy that may be within Wakanda, leaking information to Solomon Prey. But in order for them to get, some kind of weaponry, they have to have vibranium, and they don't know if they have vibranium or not. So that's something that's going to develop in the last two issues, and we'll see what else Solomon Prey is coming with. Speaking of coming, stay to the last part of this video. You don't want to miss it. Now, again, caught up in thoughts with Monica Lynn. See, he got Monica Lynn on his eyes, in his mind. Can't think of nothing but Monica Lynn. Now, look real close right here. He's with Wakabi, and he's asking Wakabi to look at Venomm. And he's like, I don't want to look at Venomm. But then he says, I fear Taku has used poor judgment in choosing Venomm as a companion. As a companion? You mean like a friend? No, as his friend, I worry about him. And Wakabi responds, I wish somebody worried about me before I married Chandra. So they talking about a relationship. Also, another educational moment. You learn Venomm and Taku are a couple. Don McGregor, probably first gay couple in comics. It's 1990. Was there a gay couple in comics before 1990? I don't know. Well, Marvel Comics, put it like that. We'll do the research. But in other news, another time slip. T'Challa is tired of playing with Kantu. Kantu is safely nestled away in Wakanda, where Solomon Prey may or may not know where he's at. And he want to know, what does Solomon Prey want with you, boy? You better tell me. And he tells him, get out of my cell, which happens to be a luxury room in Wakanda. Wakanda, like T'Challa, like, we ain't walking off that quick. You gonna tell me what's going on? And they talk, but he still doesn't learn anything from Kantu. Kantu won't tell him. He said, I'll be back. And Kantu cracks a joke. Yeah, you and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Still got Monica on his mind, having fantasies of her laying in the bed, and then when he goes to his bed, she ain't there, like an 80s R&B video. It's just, he doing too much. He needs to just go see Monica. And after getting out of the shower, that's what his mama's telling him. Basically, you can do what you want to do. You the king. And he telling her about, oh, mama, I'm in love with this woman. She looks so beautiful underwater in this yellow swimsuit riding on a turtle. She did. If you go back to Jungle Action and look, yeah, she did look kind of fly riding on that turtle. And again, shouts out to my man, Billy Graham. Boy, you can draw. Meanwhile, Kantu's tweaking. He getting stuff, putting it in a can, smoking it out of a can. You know, that's a tweaker favorite thing to do. But everything you smoke ain't good for you. As he's finding out, bleeding from the nose, having a bad day. See, shouldn't be doing drugs. Shouldn't be doing drugs. And we see T'Challa finishing the ritual of the heart-shaped herb. Being applied. I ain't seen him drink it once. Being applied. And he's out there talking to Panthers, and the Panthers are talking back. Again, being applied, not drank. And this story ends with Solomon prays victory over T'Challa, and he's telling old girl about it, and he's taking her clothes off, and they getting ready to do the nasty. And listen to what he says at the end. Mere words cannot capture how T'Challa felt when I vanished on him. Let me reenact the event after a fashion. You won't be able to see me, only feel me, like I feel your heat. And like T'Challa, you won't know where or when I'll thrust next. Thrust? Thrust? Solomon Prayer freak. That's all I'm gonna say. He a freaky dude. But look here, y'all. How y'all feeling about Panther's Prey? Did you learn something you didn't know? Did you see some action you didn't think you were gonna see? Well, T'Challa caught it in this issue, but trust and believe, he gonna get his second win, player. He gonna get his second win. Y'all stay tuned. If you rocking with it, keep rocking with it. But that's it for now. But fret not. I will be coming at you with another one of the other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.